time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Cheating? Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
Beautiful.
Goodness.
Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
No.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
Ta pro mě na to by mohla být docela zábava. Ale místo... Dáme Difindo.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy. Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Jo, to bude bomba. Chceš v pohodě?
You're quite close to Professor Fig, aren't you? I've always wondered about him.
Something dawned on me about the cryptic. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
A mít. Ok. Tak. Koukneme na úkoly. Jo. S Poppy a tu s tou matkou. Jak moc je to daleko? Ani moc ne. Zdar.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented Blue Power.
So frustrating.
Čau.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an arrow telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time, it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Pohodě. Tak. Tady nějaké ještě další úkoly. Dračí hlášení, jasně. Přijdu na to. Kde Kde jsem se ptal? V prasinkách. Já jsem se vůbec ptal, ty vole. Svědí mě.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before.
Třeba to pomůže.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbors aren't harmed.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldkroftu, near the Katakomby.
Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. Úkoly. Tak. Tady ještě nemůžu dát. Zvá. Letím, vole.
Promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Jedno po druhém, papi. Tak. Pome, ty vtáku přerostlé. Kámo, letím takovou cestou. A najednou, kdybych tam já prostě nemohl doletět. Tak to splachtíme trošku dolů.
It's rather dark.
You're here. Good.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air...
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Studentská zpráva. The fuck?
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Hey, do baráku.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio.
Říkáš sobě, že jo, hochu?
least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
OK, tak a místo akce bych si dal. Ne. Tady jsem to chtěl. A tady místo neviděný si dáme akci, jo.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Confringo!
This room is taller than it looks.
On má nervy.
Expelliarmus!
Sakra. Je prdel.
Accio!
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Ty vole.
Expelliarmus! Stupid! Accio! Glacius! Repulsor!
Hustý.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion
Revelio.
and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Confringo!
Mhm. Tu nic.
Revelio.
Doufám, že tam jsem přišel. Tak, fajné pomá. Super.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Revelio.
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume there's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
Revelio!
Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Revelio!
Nope.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Also. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Ty vole.
Accio! I need to find a safe way across. Confringo! Accio!
Ok. Tady to nevypadá nějak blaze.
Reparo.
Tam já nejdu, vole. Myslím, že ta rostlina by mě začala pěkně škrtit.
Confringo.
Super.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Accio! Reparo!
A to neprošlo asi všechno.
Confringo! Reparo! Levioso!
OK, jdu tam pro něj, vole.
Confringo! Accio! Wingardium Levioso!
Myslím, že to bude.
Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa.
Zajímavý.
Reparo. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Tak, už to vypadá odbugnutě. Ne.
Accio. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ty vole.
Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Mi tam nahoru.
Leviosa.
Nope.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
No, netuším. Ale OK. Čau, Mando, čau, čau. Dneska za kvalitu streamu neručím, furt mě to padá, vole. Je, velký stoly. Prachy. Kdo by? Zaklínač mi podporuje dual sensitivity. Fajn. Tak co, Pol, si s tím nějak? Když hrát Zaklínače 3 s Next Gen updatem.
That's a lot of bone metal.
Reparo.
Jsem ještě nezačal. To máš dobře. A už si někdy hrál zaklínače? Jo, vlastně asi jo. Okay. Co mám tady dělat? A jo. Ještě něco? Asi jo. Jasně, tam je pavůček. No tak pojď, no. Teda.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
A defaultně je to prázdný. Zajímavý. Tak asi jedině je dobře toho, že...
Wingardium Leviosa.
Pojď se jim, vole. Hotovo? Hotovo.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nejsi štipnej. Jako vážně?
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse is a good idea.
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on the lookout.
Accio. Caforso. Places. Defender. Confringo.
There is one more. No ty bláho. Tak tohle bude teďka hustý.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Je všechno?
Accio.
OK, takže to bude podobná hádánka.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols. That worked. Keep going.
Nic. Takže ty dveře. Tohle. A tohle.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Tak, dal jsem opáčko první 2 sérií Manda. Dneska jsem začal 2 epizody 3. První 2 epizody 3. Jo, chtěl toho droida. To si pamatuju.
Accio.
Dávej majzl z začátku. Ty 2 epizody jsou důležitý. Okay. Tebe. To divný esko.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Work is finished.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
To bylo... Ta druhá epizoda byla... Už byl v té vodě? Já myslím... Nevím, teďka.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Au, volá. Pojďte, hošani. Jdem bojovat dál, abych to tady měl furt otevřený.
Dead end. Love you. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Revelio.
Má ty potenciál.
Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea, but we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldkroftu. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Přesně. Přesně, Mando.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
A s touhletou bombou musíme skončit. Díky, že jste se dívali. Dobrou noc.